The following documentary is about the process of which Construction Capers, an Exeter arts project, progressed from start to finish. Construction Capers was an event organised and ran by a local arts group called Squash. The event used cardboard as a building material that children and their families could use for the purpose of construction.
I mean, there's not that many
Children making constructions out of cardboard, as one man said, was that old cliche. When the child gets the present and ends up playing with the box instead.
It's about creating a space where children's creativity has reign, but within a space that has parameters about what they have available to them.
I think it's really interesting because it's making people rely on their imagination to create things themselves rather than just going and buying a toy from a shop or, playing somebody else's game. It's coming here and all the materials are here and you can make whatever you want.
As for the constructions the children might be making, there seemed to be a rather wide range of possibilities that might be an idea.
I think there's going to be probably a fair amount of sort of dens.
They might want to make a spaceship out of cardboard.
Little small city of things,
An enormous llama or something, I don't know.
I think they'll want to create tall things.
Anything, they can make anything they want, there's no limit to what they can do with it.
The main construction site through here. Right. This is a space throughout here will bring bits into here. But this is the main construction site through here. What are you going to build? These big sheets of mats, if you want to work on the floor, you can put a mat on. It's just a bit easier than working kneeling on this. This is a card yard. This is where you get your building supplies from.
A den was the first construction to be made, and as its walls began to go up, a second group of budding builders entered the site ready to construct. And as the day wore on, the site came to life with the help of several more cardboard constructors, adding their touch to the soon-to-be jam-packed cardboard city. It was quite amazing how these structures had been turned from piles upon piles of cardboard into a mini metropolis within the space of just a few days. Children had amassed so many structures that with not even 5 days gone, it was literally difficult to move in certain places.
Yes, it's going extremely well.
I hadn't realised how much organising must have gone into the project. It only seemed to be a building, some cardboard and a group of staff on first impressions. How hard could it be to set that up?
Well, the actual, setting up takes a few days. And you're always surprised because you think, oh, it's just cardboard and, a couple of puffs to lay out and stuff, but there's lots of things happening to make it a welcoming space. And so that takes, a few days, but it's a lot of preparation beforehand to raise the funding to make it happen, to liaise with all the different people you have to liaise with in the city council, and sourcing materials and sourcing groups that will come in.
The visual effect wasn't the only thing being considered in the organising of the project. There was a sound effects system set up to give an atmosphere to the construction site. This system was set up by this man, Simon Egan. What exactly are you doing with the sound then?
Well, I've got a CD of sounds from around Exeter and around the world. And some of the buildings, well, a lot of them are building sounds, it's the theme was construction. But I've also got some sounds that bring the outside inside. I've got sounds of rain and the sea and seagulls and children playing in a park. And I've got some inside sounds that are quite spooky in a space when you've got footsteps walking across the floor when there's no one there. They can be quite...
And these sounds, what benefit are these going to bring to the...
Well, I think I'm trying to fill the space with something that opens people's imaginations, so that as they're coming in to get their cardboard to build their constructions, it gives them some idea of the environment outside of this building.
As time went on, creative young workers came and went, buildings went up and sometimes came down, word spread about the project, and a local school teacher came in to see how things were going. It didn't take very long for him to ask if he could bring a group from the school to visit the site and add their names to the growing list of architects who had done their bit on the build. However, so many of the school's children came that it had to be spread over 2 days.
It's great for the kids to use their imagination to do things and that, you know?
It wasn't just school children who came to the event. Families, disabled people, people who just wanted to see what had been built. They all came along to join in the fun.
I didn't know what to expect today. It was a case of just coming along to see what there was here.
You think it's good?
Fantastic, absolutely fantastic.
Some of the reason why Construction Capers was so popular locally was that it was well publicised. It had been on the local radio, in the Exeter Express and Echo, and on BBC Spotlight.
That's certainly better than nothing.
Yeah.
So, what are you up to?
I am getting a pen and then drawing something on like a little bit of plastic, thin piece of plastic, and then you put it on the machine and then it has an image of the picture on the bit of cardboard in there.
How do you feel about the camera crew coming in?
Oh, it's always a bit nerve-wracking, you know, and I just want everybody to be happy with it.
So, Beth, what's the kids got out of it?
I think it's given them a chance to explore, you know, one particular medium, but when people, you know, provide so much in the way of materials, it's like creating their own little world, isn't it? I mean, I was amazed when I walked in.
Have you had quite a few children turn up and take advantage of all this?
We've had hundreds. We were open all during the half term, so we had lots of groups of children coming in with their...
The squash team seemed pleased with the way Spotlight had portrayed Construction Capers on the news that evening. However, sadly that was the last full day of Construction Capers, and the following evening, on November 5th, the final view reception marked the last day of the event. Despite various fireworks celebrations, both public and private, all taking place not far away, a good number of people came back to see the final view.
There's all the telly last night.
Yeah, did you catch it?
Yes, I did. It was very good.
I was very pleased.
And they gave you a good...
They gave us a very good...
Very good.
To me, the final view seemed that bit premature. I got the impression that I wasn't the only one who had that opinion. Do you think it's sad that it's over?
Yeah, it'd be good if there could be something more permanent, like a big space where kids could do things on a regular basis, really. Like all year round, not just for a couple of weeks during a festival.
Would you want it to happen next year?
Yeah, I would. And I'd have to rethink where I put my sound beam, because I didn't realise how big the structures would be and how it didn't really work for the last week. It was on, but because of all the structures in the way, no one could walk in front of it.
Okay, you know, it's nice that people have come back and seen what they made and seen everybody else's stuff. It's good.
Don't worry, take it if you want to. It's going to Watch the line here. Is it attached? Yeah.
I've seen all these little prayers inside the church. It's got like, dear God, thank you for me.
As the fireworks lit up the sky and all the people went home, the end of construction capers was all so suddenly upon us. At least for this year anyway.
Right over here.